Hey guys, good morning. Yoo-hoo. We're here with more Broken Axe here. We played this 3 streams, only 36 turns. Must be a lot of going on from the start. That's why it's what I'm saying, you know. It's a lot of turns, a lot of progress, but it feels like 36 turns, 3 streams, feel a little bit weird. But think about it, if you ever played like a Civilization game later in the game, how much stuff you can do in a single turn if you just push things. Same in this game. Before we get in the game, just wanted to say the donation goal for the new PC is up. It's gonna be up for the next 4 months. So January, February, March, and April. It ends on with the end of the April. I had some panic crashes last night. It seems to be happening when I have my left screen, which is my second screen, do some 3D stuff for some reason. And then when I'm doing some stuff on the right screen. Luckily, so far it hasn't happened during Warhammer 2, but when I'm doing Warhammer 2, it's usually just 3D on the right screen without clicking anything on the left screen. But I noticed half the crashes of Warhammer 2 was when I was clicking on the left screen while the right screen was doing some loading. But these are PC crashes with a blue screen. So some varying crashes last night, so better play safe than sorry. We can, you know, switch to worse hardware, worse resolution, or, you know, end up not having a stream for some days or weeks. So donation goal is open for this. Hardware situation right now is kind of messed up. The new generation of Intel CPUs have just arrived, and the motherboards are still getting there, with the RAM as well. So might need to end up getting some stuff that's not really, you know, brand new, like DDR4 and the initial motherboards for the new CPUs. I already made some plans for what SSDs to get and what CPU to get, but the graphic card is gonna be tricky. Depending how much we end up piling at the end of April, most of that money will be used towards the new PC. Anything that remains will be used towards the new keyboard and chair. For the next 4 months, the top 2 donators will get Man of the Month, and at the end of the goal, there'll be 20 Man of the Months for the top contributors. So patience, and hopefully this PC lasts the next 4 months. I really want to see this PC on the Warhammer 3. It's still a very good graphic card, good CPU, good memory, good everything. Just want to see it on Warhammer 3. The goal with the new PC is to get even faster loading times. One of those motherboard drives, what I call the M.2 SSD, which can be even like 10 times faster than SSD, the regular one. And of course, better loading times, so we don't have to wait too much between the battles. When you think about it, 100 hours of Warhammer campaigns, there is definitely probably over 2 hours of loading times there. So hopefully to reduce loading times, increase FPS in the game and on the stream while increasing quality at the same time. I think on just memory alone, there should be at least 20% increase in performance. But the new graphic cards and the CPUs, it's like 4 years later, should be faster as well, even if everything is so much more expensive. Not just graphic cards, but the motherboards and the RAM as well. We'll see. But for now, just gonna pile up the money and see what we can get. So, back to the campaign. We have Broken Axe 36 turns. We're making lots of progress, but turns are slow. This is not really a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. Some people just don't have patience to play long turns, right? Hey, Tiny. I'm great. And how is the weather? It's the same the last month. Snow? There's no snow here anymore. The climate is fucked up. Haven't seen snow in 5 years.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit?
You know the last time we had snow here? The last time we had snow here was about 7 years ago that I actually seen snow outside. And my brother's friends played a prank on it. So I sometimes get to this image and you can see the snow in the background. You can see nice snow. This is across my street. That's my brother's old car. So this is the last time I remember snow. Yeah. Imagine it 6 in the morning after 2 hours of sleep, hangover, waving a shovel at the dick on the car, and a neighbor gets out of the house and saying like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like about to just smack him. He says, you know, "Mašem po kurcu, kaj drugo delam." He's waving at a dick on the car. This was my brother's friend, drunk, doing at 4 a.m. In the morning. My brother had to work 2 hours later. Imagine driving in the city with this on the car. That's the last time I remember snow. There hasn't been any snow since then. There's some snow in higher areas, you know, the mountains nearby, but in my part of town there's no fucking snow. In the mountains in the Croatia there's snow, but not in this area. This area is in the hills and there's still no snow. It's actually quite warm. I think it was one of the warmest Decembers and Januaries ever. There's no climate change, guys. It's a lie. Let's make money. Destroy the earth. Okay, let's go. So, yeah, we've been doing a series of battles with Skarsnik, destroying Artois and other factions that bother Saqqard, so Raqqard is strong. What is this? Is this a siege?
Thanks for my degree. Total War University.
Total War University, thank you much, Knarwich. And who was that before you? English Cake, thank you very much as well. I'm gonna have to list all this separately on a list, so it's gonna be a little bit slower. This is not the one. This is not the one. This is you see. Okay. Well, I've noticed that Cletus in the last few years is more fucked up than ever. It's like, I feel like the summers are hotter than ever, and some freaky weather with winds and storms. And the winters, there's a little no snow anymore. No snow anymore. One friend talked about this from Russia. He says that in his town it doesn't snow for years now. And it's also for other parts of Russia as well. And it used to be like snow every year. Okay, let's do this. We had some really freaky weather in the last 2 years with the winds and the storms. It's like almost like you know, nature is, you know, trying to destroy us type of weather, you know. You know, when it starts, it just starts blowing, you know, some serious winds, and then you start hearing the buildings nearby crashing windows, breaking glass out of nowhere. Nobody expects it, right? Yeah, this is a Skarsnik army. We have just an average army here. It's still very early, so the goblins and the goblin archers are great. They're great for most of the early game, for 70 turns. We do have a siege attacker, which is not very impressive, but it can do some damage. We got 3 damage dealer infantry. The goblins are not little damage dealers. The Nested Skulkers are, and the goblin archers are as well. And we got a fanatics for you know, possible fanatic plays. Not reliable, but against heavy infantry compositions can do serious damage. What I'm gonna do with all the PC parts, same as before, you know, it's gonna give it to my brother and nephew for their PC, and you know, it's gonna be a backup PC if something happens to my current components. I have no room to use 2 PCs. And I don't think with the new NVIDIA technology you even need 2 PCs for streaming. Because the graphic cards are better than ever for video encoding. Streaming as well. Dark says that's true. It used to be very snowy in Russia every winter, and summers used to be very rainy and cold. Now summers are just horribly hot, and winters can be very mild, or like early autumns. Yeah, same shit with the weather here. Well, the old PC costed $4,000. And at the time, a graphic card was considered expensive, very expensive, which was over $1,000. Heck, I would pay $1,000 for a graphic card right now, this instant, if I could get one. It's fucking $2,500. I bought a very expensive case and PCU. The PCU and the case at the time costed $900. This case was too big. I'm getting a mid tower this time. The case was over $400 alone. But you know, it's very heavy steel and aluminum, so it's always cold. The new generation of the Intel CPUs just arrived, so it's gonna be probably several months before we get hardware to go with it. So probably might be a good time. Although there's always some motherboards that support the new CPUs. Keep in mind, this is Total War and this is Creative Assembly. After Shogun 2, they switched to Intel optimization, so there's a very good chance the game will be more optimized for Intel than AMD. But who knows what's going to be Warhammer 3. You know, remember that Intel logo that started happening after Shogun 2? Used to be AMD. Rome 2 was dog shit on AMD. Switch to Intel, double the loading times in the speed. So this is another thing to consider. You do not get the AMD logo when you turn on Warhammer. You get an Intel logo. This should tell you something. It's not just a preference for Intel CPUs. Well, yeah. The Phantom 2 had no chance against i5, right, at the time. Like I was saying, you know, I don't have that much experience or the knowledge of the current AMD, but the way I always seen AMD is basically for somebody who's using a PC occasionally, on 20 hours a week. And Intel NVIDIA is for heavy use all the time. Other than that, you know, in the details, can go more beyond that. Get cheaper hardware that's still good, and don't use it a lot. It's an outdated view, most likely. Yeah? You will not convince me to use Ryzen. I would only accept AMD hardware if you give it to me free. I would never buy it. If I have the money, I can pick Intel and NVIDIA all the way. It doesn't matter, Dallas. 4 years is ancient in streamer years. I had a quality air cooler. My CPU was overclocked half the time. All was fine. The water cooling is fine, but it's not really needed.
Moving fast! Moving fast!
I'm using red lights. Both my motherboard and the graphic card are from the same manufacturer, from Gigabyte, the Aorus Mambo Jumbo, so they have red lights. Intel does not deserve money for how they became so big. They essentially strung AMD out of the market despite AMD having comparable products. I think Intel had to pay one of the biggest fines in history for that shit, except it did not matter since they already had all the shekels in the world dominating the market. Remind me again, how did AMD start making their processors? Right, they reverse engineered Intel CPUs. Okay. G-through, huh? If I erase it, they might just occupy it and they waste a turn. I'm gonna abandon this one since the card has the capital. Well, guys, we don't have to go into detail here. Like I said, I prefer Intel and I prefer Nvidia, and that's it. That's it. Right now, you will not be able to convince me. I'll buy an Intel CPU and I'll buy an Nvidia graphic card, and nothing will change. We don't have to go into, you know, arguments and, you know, who has better, who has faster, who has this backstep, who, you know, it's just my preference. The only way I would be convinced to use an AMD if you just give it to me free. That's the only reason. If I have the money and I can pick, I'll buy a fucking Intel and Nvidia, and that's it. Goddamn Bloomcools! Look at this Bloomcools. Bloomcools is getting jaded as fuck. He's going the shit wizard route. Instead of, you know, just, you know, coming to the chat saying, yoo-hoo, hey Elich, what you wearing? How you feeling? How's the weather? You know, he's coming here with straight fucking radiation that's gonna spread and destroy everything. Fucking hell. This is how you get jaded in this industry. Jaded as fuck.
I got me brother.
Okay. 25. We have a Legendary Lord rank 25, and we have a Legendary Lord 26 on turn 36. What the fuck? And this is literally not really cheese on exploiting. If you're cheese on exploiting, you probably get bottom of rank 40 already. With a little bit more pushing, they'll probably be 4 ranks higher.
Gobbler's angry.
This faction. So what are going to be our second type of units here? Getter says, get Total War Warhammer 3 for free on Xbox Game Pass. What about the Ogre Kingdoms? What about Mortal Empires? What about Blood and Destroy FPS DLC? Do you get those two? And of course, you still have to give them a credit card, right? So you can actually get that for free. And if you forget to unsubscribe, that's 10 your money next month. Apparently, if you get like Game Pass stuff or free big game, you don't get the pre-purchase DLC for some reason. Somebody mentioned this to me. So unless you buy the game, actually pre-purchase it, buy it in the first week, you will not get the Ogre Kingdoms, even if you get the game for free, via paying for the subscription on these platforms. Yes, you can buy Ogre Kingdoms separately after the first week, same like Warriors of Chaos. Yeah, this is the biggest bullshit with Game Pass. Get games for free on Epic. Install it, get games for free all the time. Well, if you don't consider subscription something that you have to pay every month, or your time have no value, of course it's free. I was talking about this. You can basically break a unit with this. So when you're about to do the attack, this can make most difference. I'm trying to use it together with this unit, so they have a very high chance to hit. So, like I said, Scarsing has a solid set of skills. I would give them way above average, while the last skill is crap. Don't even take the last skill. You would have to change the whole playstyle to get the value out of Ambusher and Backstair Tactics, and then you have to consider out-cleaving. And he already has expensive campaign skills, because he has to spend 2 extra. So you have to spend 3 extra as well to get value out of this and this. So ignore Ambusher, ignore this, and ignore this, because you would have to prefer a playstyle which drops initiative, eliminates the value of the Lightning Strike, and you would have to pay more skill points. So this is just, they shot, they missed, they hit another guy and killed him, and now I have brain damage. Okay.
I hear ya.
I like Scarsmith the Goblins and Riders. His VA is nonsense. You should completely ignore his special VA bonus. Completely ignore this. And it looks like it bugged. Huh.
Faster than anyone.
Wow, they haven't fixed this bug either. I totally forgot about this bug. What you guys can notice here, we are currently not called the VA. We have not called the VA, guys. And we get a big VA. This is a bug. When you call a VA, all your lords get a permanent big VA for the rest of the campaign. So basically, the Legendary Lords have bugged a big VA, which means the Legendary Lords are much more powerful because of this. So instead of just getting some attack, you get a big attack buff. They have not fixed this. It's been how long now, guys? How fucking long this has not been fixed yet? Playing this campaign kind of gives me the vibes of this, guys. Of this. It's making me a little bit miserable. A little bit miserable playing this campaign, and I actually try to enjoy it. And it's making me a little bit miserable because they fucked it up and they didn't patch the shit properly. Let me find my Reddit history. People have already forgotten this shit. Already forgotten, no doubt. Okay, there's a post I made on Reddit a while back. This is the feelings I get when playing Greenskins. It's just making me miserable and slightly depressed, because they left in this shit. And, you know, for some people this is acceptable, but they don't really understand the issues. So, it's been 2 years, and it's still the same fucking shit!
I'm special.
Every single bug with Y is still in the game. Heck, people have learned the exploits, aka bugs, to fix the bugs. But some of these bugs cannot even be fixed.
Skarsnik, warlord of 8 peaks.
Since we're getting squigs, we should probably drop... I guess it makes no sense to drop a unit of Skulkers since we have so many goblins. Who is the jaded one? I am the jaded one, Bloomcools. I just said that you're becoming one, on the road to becoming a shit wizard. I'm already there. I got 50 shades of green. Some months, you know, I drop to like 40. And then I go back to 45, depending what faction I'm playing. Knowledge is a power, but too much knowledge can also make you unhappy. That's true. That is definitely true to that. I have not been that much jaded until like 2018 June, when I discovered that I care more about this game than developers. When I fucked off their early access and just quit. That's when I started becoming jaded. June 2018, when I learned that devs don't care about this game as much as I care. And I'm not saying they should be playing this every day fixing shit. I'm caring about 2 months to answer one fucking post about a bug. 2 fucking months later, and there's like 100 bug reports more. The guy just comes to work 2 months later, oh shit, let's see the bug section. 2 months fucking later, he does it. 2 fucking months. How am I not gonna get jaded after seeing that shit? The day I learned I care more about this game than the actual developers is the day I become jaded.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit.
And why should I even bother working with these people or trying to communicate with these people when they don't care? And even if they think that they say they care, they fucking pretend. They're just a bunch of fucking pretenders. They're gonna fix a couple of things and leave everything else broken. The only thing they fix when Reddit gets pitchforks and they merge into big topics and complain about this issue or that issue. But if Reddit is fucking slow, full of idiots, so we find things, Reddit will take 2-3 months to catch up. And CMI already move on to another DLC, another patching policy. So yeah, I'm fucking jaded. How can you not be jaded when you dedicate your life to this shit and the devs don't care as much? Not even half as much. I'm gonna get some deep breaths and get a coffee. This is definitely taking a bad turn today. Okay, we're here, boys, to get a coffee.
I'm a schemer. Who needs killing?
Guys, I'm just gonna say one more thing about this regarding, you know, the way we need to, you know, raise up and actually tell them to fix some shit. The people who are the main link between the community communicating with the company, They changed 2 community managers in short time. 2. Remember, best place to work. CA. Okay, moving on.
The tribe's ready. Supreme ruler of 8 peaks.
What is Artra have? I don't think we have them in range.
Lord of Athelloren.
Armored in
They got 1 settlement. So what's the plan here? The plan here is to get stronger. We're actually already pretty strong. But to get stronger, we're gonna be crippling the High Elves and the enemies of the factions who wanna work together. The Thousand Maws and Cult of Pleasure.
What?
So we're working together with Akkad and Morathi.
Just tell me. Have you
We don't really have to get an alliance here. Military access and non-aggression is fine.
Morathi will.
But here we could consider a defensive alliance. But we're working on military access right now. We should give her 2,000 a turn
Listen to your plea.
Oh my god.
until we get military access.
Have you seen that
Immediately.
shit? Shit. What the hell?
Who should we tap?
I don't even have to tell you for here. I know the other Niflins are getting ignored by them as well. When I arrived, there was a guy there before me, the multiplayer guy. And when I was reporting the invocation Head Crush, he said that's a not new one. It's been a while, and it's also causing problem multiplayer apparently.
You need me? Nasty magic.
Oh my god. Have you seen that
Let's
shit?
get stabby.
Holy shit.
That one looks like it's been toned down, but apparently it still happens. They don't really fix anything. They just, put some duct tape, but duct tape just loses over time. The spaghetti code breaks the ball and it starts breaking again. It's not really permanently fixed here. I mean, just look how many times they patched T-pose. Man, this plague really fucked them up.
No, you failed.
Hey, Grandir. Thank you, Royal.
Me? Alright, I'm off.
We're at war with pretty much just some High Elves and Clan Skryre that can actually be considered, actually call a war. So our only enemies are some High Elves and Clan Skryre. And High Elves have no chance against us. While Clan Skryre can be a little bit annoying here.
What?
Who's number 1? We don't know, but wild guess Malekith, Karazakarak, or Grimgor. We have really no war around this area. Wisland does have some territories we want, but they're not that important. For example, getting Wisland and maybe this one here could be okay. Further than that, we don't want to go further than that. The moment we get Volts, we open the Badlands route. While the Wisland is, there's a Solent here now, it's still fine. Well, on turn 36, High Elves can do shit against Grom. This faction is overpowered in the early game. Super power creep.
Plotting and scheming.
While other Greenskin factions have it a little bit harder, but should be fine as well.
I got me, brother. From the coach.
Okay, on Ulton we get Iveres and we got Katik. And we'll be eliminating them further. It'll be nice to get another province so get a little bit more economy. Once we have like 3 or 4 armies rolling in battles, we don't even care about the economy from settlements. Is this in range?
Plan scheme is discordant.
according to our movement, it's just out of range. This faction, this guy is plus 10%. We got plus 20%. Actually, this guy is plus 10% only as well. It's possible that this Gobo is blocking it, so this should not be moved here. We have positive, so we can keep him here. This is our emergency lord. The plague is killing the garrison here.
This is my land.
Let's get a couple of units here. What the hell is the other army? It's clearing this and then rebellions, right? Yeah, this is fine. We still pick goblins and the goblin archers, even if it's a different lord. Because these units have buffs, primarily regeneration and technologies. The orc boys would only be better if we get the boys. But without the gobos, goblins are better. Without the battle skill, I mean. For this faction specifically. Chaos Invasion is strongest it's ever been. Yeah, that's true. In Warhammer 2, the Chaos Invasion is strongest it's ever been. The only problem is the Reichland is overtuned. So it makes it look bad. If you look at my Arnbrau's expedition, what's it called? The Arnbrau's expedition faction, Torek. If you look at that campaign, if you just put a little bit pressure on the order, like Reichland, dwarves, the chaos actually does something. If this area was like evenly balanced, the chaos would be rolling on everybody. But this thing never exists in this game. But it is true, the Chaos Invasion is strongest it's ever been. Due to them receiving high rank units, numbers, and Arcane Straight faction effect. Yeah, the Ironbark exhibition has been finished. It was a short campaign victory, 200 turns. If you guys missed the ending of a campaign, exclamation mark previous. This is finished, this is in progress, finished, in progress. Imperfection to find each other, they do, but it's RNG if it's going to matter, Marconis. The main problem with this area here is the vampires not being good enough. Sometimes when they're a threat, they go in one direction, they do something, and then they still lose later on. Usually after 78 turns, or the moment you discover them. And Norska being absolute dog shit, the worst ever. Norska is supposed to cause pressure on the Northern Empire, and Sylvania is supposed to cause pressure on the Eastern Empire, but it doesn't exist really. The vampire have some fog of war, you know, chiribu chiriba, but Norska doesn't have anything really. Norska is absolute worst it's ever been. If you ever played Warhammer 1, Norska was a threat and a challenge to the Empire, to the point where you know, some people even complain on high difficulty. Early on they were definitely overtuned, but as time went on I think it was fine. I would rather have that Norska than this dogshit Norska. So Norska and the vampires, they have to challenge the Empire more. But not the point where they become superpower before the chaos gets, you know, chaos is still relevant, you know. So even combined Norska has terrible military and terrible auto-resolve. The problem is they don't have enough military, and their economy doesn't exist for them start moving armies and start disbanding units. So I think that could happen to Norska for both player and the AI, expanding on the Norska. Most likely giving the AI a little bit more money, just a little bit more, and giving them a stance when they're not in Chaos Wasteland, or they're not they're in the sea, or to get serious upkeep production. I think Norska inside on the sea should have free armies if they're in the water traveling, the upkeep should go down to like, I don't know, 80-90% reduction. And if they're not in Chaotic Wasteland, when they're on land, their regular stance should probably lower their upkeep by half in the current version of Norska. So if the Norska is not in Chaotic Wasteland, their upkeep should go down to 50%. If they're in the sea, their upkeep should go down to like 20 or 10%. They have very serious trouble traveling around, maintaining large military without fighting non-stop. Player, you know, can do differently, but for the AI it's really bad. And I think for the player would have been also pretty cool, because, you know, Norska is supposed to assemble large armies. Both Norska and the Chaos should outnumber Empire in proper battles, but they did not. The Empire outnumbers them.
You want schemes? I got schemes. You dishonor me.
Imagine having a faction that has some of the best artillery in the game, which means they can fight outnumbered. Outnumbering everybody else. That is balance gone wrong. It works for the dwarves until they get enough settlements, then balance gone wrong. The moment the dwarves expand too much, they have even better military than the Empire. And that's just like bad balance, bad design. Dwarves should have limited military, and the Empire should have, you know, stronger enemies.
Now's the time.
Just think about it. Worst case scenario, let's say they make something like brutal change. Dwarves can only have 4 armies. 4 armies unless they research some super late game technologies, which gives them like maybe 1 or 2 more armies. 4 armies with dwarves. Do you need more than that? Heck, if you have 3 high quality armies in the field and leave the 4th slot for the emergencies, that's still 1 more army than you need for the whole campaign. And then you get a super late technologies that guarantees you maybe another army or 2. And then you have dwarf AI, smaller than Empire AI, running more military strength. Meanwhile, Greenskins and the Skaven supposed to have numbers. No. In the CA's version of things, the Empire and the dwarves are Skaven, but they also have the quality of the Skaven. Skaven have dogshit infantry, they rely on their range and the ambushes, so numbers, but they're not relying on numbers. In what reality, really, on average, does Greenskins or the Skaven have large numbers than the Reichland or the dwarves? How often any of these factions become a superpower? The dwarf recruitment and the military capacity is fucked up. It doesn't even fit dwarves. While the Empire needs stronger enemies. Factions that have the strongest artillery in the game are not supposed to outnumber their enemies. It just doesn't work. Hold on, guys. I have to answer the phone. 1 second. It's Grimmer calling, no doubt. I'm here, boys. I'm here. Sorry for the interrupt.
Skarsnik! Now they'll see. Me!
This is all good. We got Grom, Skarsnik, Bjorn. We got 1 disciplined giant River Trollhag. I guess we should just call it Trollhag for short. Or a hag. I guess Trollhag makes sense. 2 Goblin Big Bosses. 1 is in the other one, the campaign map. We got 2 disciplined Black Orc Big Bosses. 1 disciplined and 1 Perceptive Shaman. What Grimmer says is gonna crump a soul. We're talking shit.
The tribe's ready!
How many regions do we have? 22 regions, 36. I'm a little bit surprised these factions have not attacked our regions in Reichland. And they did have opportunity. We had diplomacy, we invited Tyrion against Altarion, and we invited Wisland against Clan Skryre. This relieved a little bit pressure. Really, the only bad thing that happened in this campaign was Clan Skryre attacking us, and they didn't have a chance in the first place. You know, the most fascinating thing about the Proving Grounds, they actually balanced the AI experience per turn from 500 to 400 per turn, and when the Proving Grounds was done, it was still 500 per turn. My suggestion was to lower it by 20 to 30%. They did lower it by 20%, but I'd never seen the live version. So the AI is still getting 500 experience per turn. That's too much. They should be getting some experience per turn, but not 500.
Any chief on that thing.
I'm special. I got plans.
We're going after Kemler. We're going to attack everybody that can threaten Rakarth in this area, which means we might occupy the northern Grey Mountains.
Yes, I have a
We
great
might get
many
3 out of
places.
3, you know. Looks like 1000 Moors have taken some damage recently. Wolfric with 12 units.
I will not.
Yeah, let's take this city here. Hey, Conk. What? What the fuck is this deployment here? Literally kills my FPS. The AI sometimes goes with that. You know, it's strange to see Warhammer 1 settlement of Vanguard. It doesn't have a good Vanguard. It should probably be like up to here. But yeah. One, two, three, four, 5. We don't need to go wider than 5. They don't have the numbers. Another thing that you could take into consideration when deploying a formation. So when you're going wide, and any of these units get like 2 or 3 units on them, they're going to get massive leadership pressure. But let's say you're attacking like 5, like these 5 slots, and these other 5 are just waiting as a back, as you know, support reserve. Well, this unit will not get that leadership penalty, and the enemy might get a leadership penalty instead. It's another case when you know, going wider is worse than you know, going like this. Even the best line, sometimes one area could receive more pressure, and you might miss it. Donson asks, how do you decide which faction you're gonna side with? We have good relations with them, and they make sense to work together, because our main enemy are the High Elves. So for Grom, the Dark Elves make the most sense. For most factions that are not Order, the Dark Elves and the Skaven are the best bet. You don't have to destroy everybody unless you plan to want to do it, or you know, plan to conquer the whole world. You know, working together with some of these factions just makes things pretty straightforward. When diplomacy is going smooth, game is easy. Imagine we are dealing with all this shit here, and Rakat was fighting us at the same time. Imagine we were doing Ultuan and Morathi was fighting us at the same time. You know, 3 different factions fighting in the same area. This is like we would be there for 90 turns at this stage, instead of it's only turn 36. Instead, we got a sandwich with Dark Elves against enemies in the old world, and we got a sandwich with Dark Elves against the High Elves on Ultuan. And when you are the ones that, you know, is putting pressure, you know, on the mid, in the middle, easy game, easy life. When you the mid, well, shit can happen badly. It'll just make the campaign also much longer. Like in this Total War style campaign, you're the mid pretty much until you get a couple of arms going. What the fuck are they doing? They've just selected all 5, really.
Moving fast! Gonna kill him! He's better than him!
We shoot over the wall there. This guy's on a pig, so we'll send him to the gate. Side density units really suck with the Ultra Shadows, but the game is looking really bad on high or medium. Especially in these underground battlegrounds. Brainburster is an excellent spell. It's pretty much the main way of Shaman dealing damage. You really need big damage, you just overcast. There are also opportunities for the Gork, but it's not always better than the Brainburster, especially in a longer fight. I use the fast units of the Beastmen for swarming. Only Chaos Spawn and Minders in the line. Front charge. But they can also be used for swarming. So I'd put a bunch of them on one side and attack all together. Like Centigors, Hounds, Harpies, Razorgors. Really only that unit that's really exceptional, the Beast, when it goes front charged with the Minotaurs. The Chaos Spawn is fine as well, but you know, they're meant to die, really. They're not gonna win all the encounters the same as the Minotaurs will. Use the right magic, any of these units will do well. Don't just consider damage magic, use magic which can help them, like Pants Impenetrable Pelt, for example, Curse of Unrare, stuff like that. You just missed a Beastman campaign, Prince Cosmo.
do this. Ready, come out. Horse riders.
Ready. Ruling door. Taking charge. Crash 'em.
Overcast because they have armor. As you can see, you can totally cripple a unit of cavalry. Nearly routed them.
Ready. Ruling door.
Ready.
The channeling stuff is excellent on the Orc Shaman. We could already cast another Brain Burster here. Yeah, Orc Shaman is one of the best things about the Greenskins. That was the best thing about the Greenskins even before the rework.
My orders.
This is an exception, Ogrelam, but you never paid really attention, right? You're just taking things out of context, as usual.
What the hell?
Step towards that PC.
Thank you very much, Marconis. Marconis, huh? Well, if Marconis contributes and gets several men a month, well, you know what we're gonna be playing, guys. Probably some special dwarf campaign. Can't complain about that. You know, I've been having you know, some just weird thinking about these things lately, especially after we talked about these things a bit. What if Karakadan is on the world map of the Warhammer 3 mini campaign, and there is no Slayer King playable? And what is even worse if that Karakadan leader is not going to be even Slayer King but some random guy, so they give you an excuse the Slayer King is not playable. Been a while since we had a good war campaign. Jesus.
Now they'll see.
You know, it's been a while since I heard howdy.
The tribe's ready.
I think we got one of the first armors here that's decent.
Grum the punch.
I think the spell shield is actually better in this case.
Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a Pip-Boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you.
Ashut says, imagine Carl Franz is not in Warhammer 3 and Raglan led by genetic lore. This is what I'm worried about. Exactly this stuff like this.
Big as an orc.
Mm-hmm.
I'll crush them all!
Fine.
Norska factions. Sylvania possibly. Reichland possibly. Karak Kadrin. Clan Eshin. Heck, even Malus. Maybe even Snitch as Clan Strictus. These are some of the factions that, according to that map they've shown, should be on the map. But considering how this is, you know, content for noobs, new players, so they get like a cinematic experience with the story and shit, they might remove all this shit and just, you know, create a narrative on a higher quality for the new stuff, and be strange that these factions are playable without the same level of quality and polish compared to the new stuff. But this is probably the main reason this stuff is not gonna be in there. So for narrative experience, for the 20-30 hour noobs and the critics and shit like this, you're only gonna get the 11 factions that was promised. And everything else is gonna go in the proper campaign.
Wolf Riders! We is better than them! Let's scrap! Goblins! Wah! Got a plan?
Watch!
Look, Tomstrin, me! The smells of death! Frank Shaman! You think? Wolf Riders! My orders! Wolf Riders! Charge! Get out! Hellstat!
Another Master Necromancer. Huh?
We is better than them!
Black Knights against Trolls. What's worse, Black Knights against Stone Trolls.
On the bus! Ah, yeah, alright!
Let's scrap! If you're one then.
Well, you haven't heard it here, but early access boys 2 weeks. More or less. You're gonna be watching early access. Keep in mind, you are allowed to discuss spoilers in this chat, but don't expect me to respond on it. Same as usual.
Yeah, on it! Now they'll see. Time to fight! The tribe's ready!
Damn, tier 3. Very nice.
Yeah! From the porch! The sea brings death!
Man, not even a bad arm. Look at this shit. 1337 Vampire Calls have this. Wow.
Little war ready. Away!
Hi.
So it looks like E10 still has armed military here. This is what we need to guarantee they die.
Alariel's champion.
The Goblin King! From the pole!
I might have 2 armies attack us here. But best case scenario, tier 3 troops.
Ransack the gates!
Mixed with lower tier. Shadow Loic to Shadow Talos, well that's a proper name. Puts a smile on my face.
And scheming.
Get a love it, other lords that are doing the fighting and Skarkin is getting levels.
I got me brother!
Is this the leader of the Skull Smashers?
What do you gits want?
Death!
Alright, you got my attention. What's your tribe?
It doesn't really like Rakard last time we seen, I think. We're taking the northern Grey Mountains.
Say what you must.
Yeah, next time they're both gonna be gone.
Skarsnik, warlord of 8
What the fuck was that, man? Was a pixel slip? Oh my god, this is giving me some trauma, guys. This is giving me some trauma, guys. This is like fucking PTSD here. Last Crooked Moon campaign. Oh no, they got biggins. Oh, how are our goblins gonna kill that? I guess I'm gonna try. Do my best. This is one of those battlefields where the chain is bugged in a lot of locations. Two pump wagons can do some damage. The Scars still have the heavy iron barb? No, they expired a while back. Might get aggro on one of the chariots here. Pin them with Scarsync, use the fungi and charge, kill it. Right? Perk asks, do you like Constantin gathering for Kislev? Don't have enough information to decide. I don't even know what they do. We get those things in poison, they're dead. This is probably the best way to deal with them in our army, other than shooting them.
Running! Fight for book! I got me brother! Legging it! Good plan!
I'll reveal myself.
Running! Doing it! Let's get scummy! I'll do it! You sure? Warlord of HP! Nasty stalker! Snoop bullshit! Running! Nasty stalker! Doblagasm! Stickers ready! Gonna kill him! Let's fight! Moving fast! Get him! Nice one!
Oh my god! How does it work for the fucking AI? Skulkers counter chariots, but they can only fight multiple units. Yeah, what are we gonna do against all these biggins, guys? We have only goblins. Fucking disgusting.
Running! Warlord of HP! Almost through! Stickers ready! You sure? Alright! Gonna stab her! Running! Warlord of HP! Gonna stab her! Nasty skulkers! Moving fast! Gonna kill him! Who we killing? Warlord of HP! Legging it!
I'm not gonna wound him for extra mana, we're just gonna I guess gonna get him. Maybe it's a good trade. This unit was left there too long, got attacked by 3 units. We're gonna pull him out sooner, but then the other night goblins are taking more damage. If this unit was not bugged, those guys would all routed. Taking probably 150 less casualties. You smack the war boss, which means we'll get option to Confederate.
I'm gone.
It's our second Confederation. The first one was Skarsnik, the second one is this leader of Skull Smashers. I have no fucking idea how they're still alive, but I'll take it. So it looks like instead of this factions around focusing on these poor greenskins here, you know, the narrative does take their massive trade, the greenskin in these mountains. They started killing each other, you know. Braun, Marienburg, Rakart, and the Reichland all in the same combo.
I'll crush them all!
Aggressive, huh? That's not terrible. Wow, no messed up skills. This is a solid filler. No extra things have been taken. And everything else is good. Except the leader of the army should probably be disciplined. Oh, we got a Shroom Gatherer. How the fuck does this guy get Shroom Gatherer before us? I guess he has more Night Goblins than us. Still haven't gotten any Goblin followers, really. The upkeep production ones. There's 3 Goblin Archers. They're really bad, though.
What you want?
Skarsnik, warlord of 8 Peaks. Right then, let's do it. I'm off.
Is there anything worth keeping now? No, everything trash. The big guns might have a value for arm number 4, but we're not getting arm number 4 anytime soon.
Great and powerful war boss.
It's one big boss or the top, so it's a keeper. The campaign trade doesn't really matter. Perceptive would be good, I guess, but they don't have any real campaign traits.
Just go. Gobbo war boss.
We are getting non-grade mountains. Ooh, nice, tier 4. Does Perceptive work on the heroes? It should work on line of sight. The other effect, I'm about 60 to 70% sure it works.
Who can I stab? I'm the best.
Now's the time.
You need me? The tribe's ready.
Getting Northern Mountains will give us more economy and eliminate another 2 factions in this area, so the car can do better. The card will shine when Coron gets tier 4 and Castellato. This is a good base for a card. This is dog shit. Strategist only works on a lord. Doesn't work on the heroes. Tested. I'm testing it like every couple of months, but the game is done now. It doesn't work right now in the game. 5% as a main train for the lord is weak, while on the heroes it doesn't work.
I got plans.
The heroes have about 4 traits. They should pretty much be reworked or removed from the game, and it's messing up with the RNG of really good traits.
Cook, send me to battle.
What do you want? On the way? Gonna be quick. Who should we say?
Darkness come.
Now! What?
We'll switch on these Gobos to Bjorn, and we'll get Squigs with extra charge here. We don't really need Banner Swiftness here. 41 speed. He's faster than other stuff. This would be overkill.
Nasty magic's ready. You want schemes? I got schemes.
The Rampage Standard is very good for the cavalry. If we get a working charge. If we get him on the fixed charges, it's not gonna do much.
This is my land.
Let's put a prediction for this one. We're at war with Clan Skryre and some high elves. The other factions don't really matter. Clan Skryre war was random, bad RNG, but they have no challenge to us. I'm curious they didn't cancel this, because we're getting attacked here. Three of their characters are low health. If they had any more health, we would have lost this probably. Right now, I'm not sure. Their wizard has RNG spells that can cause a lot of damage. Butter can smack their characters.
Let's go.
We should not keep the goblins close, so we're gonna lose some leadership. Because that pestilent bread thing might be way too much. We can total drop these 2 units with a 1 good cast. We don't have scrap upgrades here, so they're very weak to this. We have to get pestilent bread at something. I fucking forgot to check their magic, so we can estimate how many casts. A good pestilent bread fucks up these goblins, especially because they have no armor. We need to kill Assassin and 2 chieftains. They can still take a lot of HP from this guy. Don't see the assassin yet. We have to go wide as possible because of pestilent bread. See the assassin. 1 sec. We'll get a charge here with a direct hit. Pig has a 9% chance to hit, unless you do knockback. Oh, he's dead. 20 fucking health, man. Hit him for 7 damage. God damn it! How does that work? Who knows? But it works. How does that work? Somebody explain that shit to me, because I can't. He hit the air, and 7 damage of that actually hit the guy. Air OP. This knockback is so fucking stupid. That should do damage. We lose a charge because of that shit. Warboss is a good fighter, but he's raw. It's like, it's nothing. Just have vanilla better, probably. Don't use the Wyvern. The pig is very good. The Wyvern is shit. Just lose toughness and too much damage on the Wyvern. Use the Warboss to kill the characters. This random knockbacks, we lose half the damage of that shit. If you want to cancel like a bugged animation, just click a move and then attack. If you don't know what it is, well, good luck. Now, pig's better than foot. You want a character killer, get him on pig. If you want an infantry grinder, get him on foot. On pig is good against infantry as well, just avoid anti-large. It's one of the most consistent duelists in the game. Those knockbacks are just fucking over.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit.
The only reason you can say that some of these characters are better on foot if you abuse artillery. If you just want to create a mosh pit and make the artillery kill everything. It's pretty much the only reason I would say it. When you look at pros and cons, mount or no mount, the only situation is worse if he's fighting anti-large. But speed beats that. Speed is more important than be able to fight anti-large. So, if you take into account cheese, he's better on foot. This is our emergency lord. He can do some serious damage. The orcs have 2 damage skills. It's a lot of damage. It just doesn't have anything unique. It's just like just vanilla. The war bosses should be able to get stronger over time. Some kind of scaling effect as they win battles or get kills. That should be a probably unique thing for the orcs and the black orcs. Chaos Warriors and Chosen maybe too. Chaos Lords too. You guys seen that, right? I'm not crazy. And you guys seen that? That assassin survived with 20 health. 2 times got staggered and knocked without taking damage. And then the final hit Butter did hit for 7 damage. And this guy hits like a truck. Who the fuck can even explain this? I don't think that even devs can. I guess his axe skill is too low. It was a glancing hit. The assassin had cheat death. Oh my god. Look at this damage. This is really high damage. How do we get 7 damage of this? Even if it's a splash damage. This is very high damage. And we hit for 7 damage. That gotta be bugged, right? No, he gets hit by a swing of a weapon. Best just to shoot him here. Guys, I know the Beast of an Update has fucked you up, but come on. The battlefield is that way. This guy actually got 2 good items. Awesome Endurance and Legion Pennant.
Going. I'll crush them all. Safe, yes. This is my land.
Getting this because they're the toughest and they have the highest damage. Best for the prolonged melee. This guy might be in trouble here if they get Ikit back.
Born for war. Show the boss what you've made.
That's trouble now. What the fuck they need to have to kill two our characters, those shit tier Skaven units? I think they're recruiting Skavens left side now. They've been affected by the plague. We might get a plague ourselves here. This unit is actually not good against big Skaven numbers. Regular Gobo is actually better, since we have shields and better armor. Fighting Trash Skaven, the Goblins are better than nice Skulkers. This is gonna be our first tier 4 arm. Have the extra replenishment, so we don't really need these buildings unless we need growth. Waiting for this to fully repair, then I'm gonna remove it. So this has been repairing very slowly.
Who should we chat? You want schemes? I got schemes.
Okay, Scars and campaign skills are done. He has no Lightning Strike since his trade gives him Lightning Strike. So instead of Lightning Strike is a proper tough. It's 3 point, not 1 point. And gets additional 15% campaign mood range. His ambush flavor is not fleshed out, so his ambush skills are not good. You lose way too much to get him, and you have to change your playstyle with Scarsync as well, which makes you lose initiative most of the time. Most of the time you don't even need to use ambush, as you're attacking. The second unit we're gonna buff are gonna be Squeaks. The Night Goblin Squeak Hoppers. I'm going to have to switch one of these goblins to Third Army and get a... this is the best one to get, but you have to do a specific what to get this. Other than that, I guess we got the Regiment of Renown one. Squeaks are fast and deadly, but they're also squishy. The armored ones are not as squishy. Oh, we got another War's Big Bully. You're fired! My bad. Hold on. This is over the top. Terror 3. Yo! Yeah. I don't really interested in the campaign Bob right now, but we could consider getting one. Look at this perceptive. Well, can't say not to that. I guess it's gonna be our campaign Bob. 2 Bobs in the armies on the campaign, or 2-2, 2-2, 2-1, 2-1. 3-2, 3-2, 3-2 makes more sense. The Bob has assault units, assault garrison, and wound. Unfortunately, no assassinate. But he has one orc army, which makes his action cheaper. Greens have a technology to improve their actions. And he does extra damage on the garrisons and the units. Which is sometimes cripples the enemy and you just go in. You know, makes out of his own convenience so you don't take unpredictable damage. Or might make a full infantry army of great swords and handgunners, you know, look like something, and then you right click on them, and oh, they're half dead. I've seen as much as half the army get killed, a little over half the army get killed by assault units and assault garrisons. Sometimes even more can get killed, but like best thing up half the army. $160 scrap, huh? What are we getting on technology? We're getting no complaining, shit. I gotta stop complaining.
Plotting and scheming.
I don't get this.
Whole world's gonna be crumbs.
What is this? I haven't seen this bug before. This is a new bug. I have not seen it before. Defense on the spider is really strong. The spider has defense and it's fighting units that can't really fight against it. It has really crazy toughness and it's very high offense at the same time. Literally, the only time that spider takes damage, it gets charged by large units, or fighting anti-large armor piercing units. Range can be avoided for most parts, for most, situations. Well, that's a lot of elves. We are not allowed to retreat. I didn't expect this much. But tier 3 was the worst scenario with mixed with tier 1 units. And it will cripple them in this area here. So what is it? Light magic? Metal magic? What the fuck is this? Oh, this... What is it? What? Is this some kind of new wizard? This one has the unique trait, right? This is a trait. There's a fire wizard with that shit trait. Right. Searing Doom would have been bad. And we have Eltarion here. Eltarion is pretty good. We have a spider though. Spider will eat him. What a prediction here. Well, at least we're gonna get to fight Eltarion once with Grom here. This capital here like no garrison. The spearmen are dog shit, the Sylvan Guard are very good. And they have a lot. But we have some magic, right? And we are encamped. These goblins have 54 attack, 44 defense, and 72 armor. And they have bow unbreakable leadership. If all this speed in the Sylvan Guard, this will be trouble. Potentially devastating casualties, right? But if we use the Goblin Archers right, no problem, right? Sylvan Guard are nest in melee that just don't die. And them really good units to kill them. Okay, most of the army is gonna be here, and we are gonna go aggro. Yeah, greenskins, you don't want to play them as dwarves unless you have artillery and their enemy composition asks for it. It's a refreshing thing, you know, playing the greenskins or the beastmen or the chaos. You're always usually on the attack. There are exceptions to this composition, like the beastmen will always attack, while the greenskins have an option to, you know, react, and the chaos has even better option to react because the health cancel devastating. Greenskins have the VA ability, which makes them very poor to react. As usually the units that react are gonna be range units and units with magic. Even if I had a couple of Doom Divers here, I would have still charged the enemy and let the Doom Divers get targets. Doom Divers are excellent against the Empire. Focus steam tanks, Luminarchs, heck, even the artillery. They cannot beat us in melee, so we're gonna just shoot the range. We don't have to bother with the melee. Weaken them here.
What am I doing? Stab him in the back! Off to conquer! Whoa! Snollings! Not a killer!
I want the goblins to move. What the fuck is Spider doing? You guys seen that? It's stuck like an idiot. It's like looking at Eltarion is like frozen like a fucking statue. I think our big boss can actually do Eltarion 1-1. Because of the buff. Poor Eltarion, man. Just buff that shit. Look at that shit. Face shields here. Doom Dark is right to the right side. Not like we need the magic for things right now. Son. We need more fast units to chase those archers. We'll send the 3 fast units. But you can take a lot of shots.
Dead shopping!
Here's gallows!
Everything! I'm the...
Got 3 fast units, we can hurt a lot of skirmishers. Like the pump wagons and the big boss is good for that. But also kind of get stuck in fighting there. We're taking no damage here. You guys seen how fast Altarian got killed? And the spider was looking at it, frozen like a statue, and the spearman. This, the big boss poked him a couple of times, I think. Had a Spirit Leech as well. And I just send and shoot, because we engage in melee, they have to switch to melee weapons. It's a mechanic. So they just get killed. If they're fighting back, they actually get killed faster than they're trying to run. So it's kind of like double-edged sword, what you're gonna do with the AI in that case. All the units we send after them, except the big boss, were deadly to them.
Wonderful!
Nice, Swift, for a good call. Should have put more range pressure on this unit. We are taking less casualties. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between the Silvering Guard and the Spearman in the battlefield. 9,500 battle loot. Chink! We should take a replenishment here. We kill all the lords, so extra money. That was a good son. One to go was it 261 casualties, 20k damage nearly. Goblin archers, I mean. We'll eat them. This should be the end of Everest. Miss Piercer get a missile resistance and the charge defense was large. Hey, Bress. Yoo-hoo!
Grom's listening, but Grom's also eating, so make it quick.
No migration from the boys, huh? These guys are not the greenskins, but they have Carcassonne. The Dark Elves can turn on them, so we have to ignore. Military Action with Marathi, we're working on it, English Cake. Let's go watch and open for names. I think they're all 4 named. I can check.
The lads are ready! Good boy!
should try to grind him down. Stop shooting. Take too much leadership damage. Remove the goblins, they have no damage.
Chopper's ready.
And shattered units really need to take double damage. One peasant had survived to tell the story. When the units have the white skull icon, means they're shattered. They're fleeing from the battlefield without a chance to recover. $1,400 down from the battle loot. Killing a lord for the greenskin is always worth money. Right, is gone. So Altarian was ambushing, that's why we haven't seen him there. Wasn't even considering that. Might have had more tier 3 units, but would have been close to a proper fight. So it's turn 38. We had 76 battles. We lost 2 minor settlement battles. We can call a war. We get a Gorg buff. Gorg buff is good. 3 Gorg buffs to get permanent 1. Research raid. Jesus. There's 15 recipes. I guess we get Phoenix Cloth randomly from the merchant as well. Isn't less than 10% on the losing side? Aha. Less than 20? Mm-hmm. Well, the Emperor get Master Engineers, they could get also Wizard Lords. They get the proper Fate. The Fate part of the Empire is dog shit. So, some Fate-specific units, not just Flagellants. Elite Fate units. Rework of the Fate building. Because, you know, the 3 things of the Empire. Still Fate and Gunpowder. There's no Fate in the game. I forgot that part of the Empire. It's not a good target for the war right now. Well, there is more than Sigmar in the Empire, so Sigmar is just the dominant religion. So there could be definitely more stuff other than just Sigmar. Sigmar related stuff. We could just call the war to get extra damage and get 2 out of 3 for the further extra damage. Sigmar, Ulrich, Shalia, more than on top of my head. They all have their cults. Tal, I guess, yeah. Myrmedia. $11 to $30 for bigger trophy, man. Bigger trophy can get okay units, but look at the high elves, man. Fucking pathetic. The only reason to declare call a war here is to get another damage buff with further damage buff if you finish 3 for Gork. But the third trophy is not good, but the damage buff is worth it. Garrisons will get it, and there's a damage buff on top of damage buff later as well, which the mechs are melee brutal. Calling the one on the Wood Elves, that is all weak as well. I guess Durtu is okay, but we don't have troops here to do this right now. I guess the Skarsnik could do it. We lightning strike everything outside the War of Powers and then attack the city itself. Null is 4, yeah, but this will require more effort than even Durtu. Right now we have this faction bothering Clan Skryre. So what happens if we call a war on them?
Yes?
They'll switch on us. And there's also Golden Order. Guess we could join the war. The bigger trophy also gives you faster time, more reward and faster time to recover the reputation next time. Because we are wasting time if you're not declaring it, because you want to at least get three times Gork for permanent 10% damage. And while you have Gork, you get additional 10% damage. That's 10% more damage for units. That's no fucking joke. And when you use a VA ability in battle that attack and extra damage is just brutality. Top melee faction in the game. I don't really care about what trophy we get. If you can get Lizardman, I don't care what we get. Literally doesn't matter. What matters is a damage buff. The Lizardman one is stupid good. Stupid good. No, the elf ones are trash. Trash. Research rate is not really done much for the Greenskins because most of their technology is one turn and low turns. And buffing missile damage, what? You're gonna do artillery armies? Range? Isn't that the Vampire Coast? Tiles are ammunition and missile strength. The Goblin Archers don't need it. The other boys are okay, but they don't have veteran skills, and their artillery is good. But why would you get extra range in the army? It works against you. Like I said, Greenskins do brutality in melee. The 1 meter will not fill with range combat. You just weaken yourself by having ranged. The VA buff is powerful. You literally just destroy them during the VA. Pin the units, turn on the VA, watch them melt.
Big as an orc.
So, what happened to our movement here? Nobody knows. Vampire guns is okay, the speed is good. Especially for the Black Orcs. Buffing range of the Greenskins. Oh my god, man. He's dead to me. Fucking dead. What's next? We're gonna use range meta of the Beastman? Get the fuck out of here. You gotta be allergic to melee to consider range with factions like Beastmen and Greenskins. Well, the Greenskins have an option for it. It's not their focus. Hey, Chaos has better range than the Greenskins. The cannons are the Hell Cannons are basically just magic explosions all around the battlefield.
Whole world's gonna be crumbs.
I cannot rewrite reality. Far beneath an archmage. This is absurd.
Orc Slayer.
There's a lot of money here, 3 lords.
Even the Lawmaster could not.
That one is good. That one is good. Yeah, that's good, but we have no strong dwarves in our area. Dwarf one is good, probably second best.
Beyond even quietish.
So, Eltarion here. The military is broken. We should call a war for damage. It's like I feel like we don't want to waste turns here. But what if we can guarantee the VA target? For some reason we lost the movement here. By calling a VA here, we basically overextend. And it's pretty much cruising right now. All the elves are the same, just. Research, missile strength and ammunition. You don't need ammunition, missile strength is okay, I guess. From Doom Divers.
The immensity.
far beneath an archmage. I cannot rewrite reality.
Doom Diver, plus 10% ammunition, plus 10% ammunition, plus 50% ammunition. Oh shit, let's get more ammunition for Doom Diver. We need that. For this faction, I feel like our sphere of influence is in the Empire is Reichland, Wissenland, Midland, and the Wasteland. That's our sphere of influence here. It goes well with this mountain as well. Outside that, this feel like it's outside our sphere of influence. The moment we take Waltz, we can open the Badlands area, which like it's just within one province range. To open this front, you know, we could also go there, right? But it's on the other side of the campaign for this faction. This is more like Bretonia, Western Empire, Grey Mountains, and the Ult one. What the fuck happened to our movement, guys? The only way I can explain this, Force landed here. We spent a turn in the settlement, but apparently did not refresh the movement. Then we moved, used the special movement, and we moved again. We used we used the special movement, and we didn't reset properly again. No, we didn't get blocked. This is sometimes what remains of the force landing. Remember, we force landed here. It can be for a few turns. Especially, I think you have to have 2 turns of regular movement to reset movement back to normal. If you use this to, you know, block your movement, it will not replenish properly after force landing. I'm talking about forced landing, not forced march. So this is basically, you use your movement to get close to a settlement. You don't have the settlement inside your movement range, but you can still force land on top of the settlement and sometimes attack. And this will deplete movement from the next turn, even 2-3 turns if you didn't get proper movement used again, if you use like stance and shit. So my bet is force landing, and we immediately moved and used the stance, which turns over movement, and this is the reason why I did not replenish 100%. So this is forced landing movement. I guess this, since forced landing is you know, kind of like a hidden mechanic, you know, feature. I guess this makes sense. I don't think this is even a bug. This is a part of that feature. This is actually a good feature. This is a good feature.
Allow me.
Look at this, guys. 4 high elf lords, and this is Grom here.
Pointiers are just big stunties.
The tribe's ready.
Well, we totally missed an option here, boys. This is speed and income from post battle is good. The Winds of Magistrate amount is dog shit. We can call a vow on the Blackstone post. I was planning to attack them. This is like, we totally forgot about this. So by calling it for the Gork, Our VAs get the upgrade to Big VA, and all arms get 10% more damage. If you call a dedicate VA to Gork 3 times, you get a permanent 10% damage, and you call it again, you get another 10% damage. That's for a melee faction, that's brutal. This banner is also 5% speed, 10% battle loot. That's better than what we had from the Empire.
Big as an horse.
We actually got more movement. You remember, guys, just features here. We got more movement by calling the wall.
Who should we attack?
Okay. Let's destroy Kambler here.
Nasty.
Getting Norgren Mountains is a nice expansion.
Now's the time. I'm special.
Unfortunately, we might not be able to sec this. What is the sec potential here? 18,000? Fuck no, man. We spend this shit. We might be able to sec and occupy. We can still keep tier 4 even if we sec and occupy.
I'll crush them all.
This is not a building you want to have in a minor settlement unless you suck at the game and need artillery to go through the early game. There's some money here.
Time to fight.
It's the Lamian bloodline. Bruno Hellstein. I guess it's 2022. We can have female vampires with male names. It's only proper. This is a very hard battle.
Got a plan. What are you talking about?
It's even the proper formation to deploy and shit.
Stickers ready. Where's Gobos? Running. Where's Gobos? We is better than them. Mook wants it. Running. We is Gobos. Moving fast. Moving fast. Running. No scabbing. Moving fast. Stopping over.
Ooh, get some ghosts here.
Time to bleed it.
Oh, immediately healing. Good response. To the graveyard. We don't want to take extra damage here.
Better than them. Killing time. Full of dogs. Right, Simon. Let's run. Simon, check out my weapon. Simon,
Thought this guy was inside, not the Lord.
Moving fast! Wah! Bells ready!
The blue Garrett looks cool. You guys think will Warhammer 3 get Graveguard with spears? Or pole arms?
Mark speeds!
I think Graveguard should have spears option. Spear and shield. And the spear should be slightly better than the spear of the Spirit Shields.
Please, Billy again! Stickers ready! Let's rock!
Is Graveguard actually killing this unit?
Never ready! We do it! Let's fight! York's not keen!
Each nuisance would have been very nice here. Would have made the difference between taking damage and this unit actually doing this much damage.
Yeah, alright! Got a killer! And a killer! Biggest, brutalist all!
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Shit.
You see that continuous fire from the Goblin Archers? They really excel at that. Can't send anybody up there to help that unit. I guess we can send this one here.
Moving fast! Go ahead! Gotta toss spells!
Here, camp.
We is better than them! Blossom with spells! Shifting! Simon!
The Shaman to smack the Vampire.
I'm going! Get a killer!
The Lord actually can take a lot of damage here.
If you say so!
This is a vegetable counts.
Chop them up!
Two units have taken heavy damage. Nobody else really. I guess they were dealing with the Graveguard. I can tell, Ador. That's the booty or the breasts, Boo here. Ching!
Yeah, on it. Now they'll see. The tribe's ready.
Secured the Northern Grey Mountains. Occupied war target. We kept tier 3, not bad. This is useless right now. We get access to iron settlements.
Me.
Rank 10 on Bjorn. I guess Goblin Tide now. 15 armor, 6 attack. 25, 35.
Nasty magic ready.
I guess it's not goblins, huh? Okay. Why would Wolf Rider get in the boss? It's fucking OP, man. You seen that HP? 4,500, 600, 4,500, 680, 660. I mean, what? Look at this, 92 speed. Goes so fast, you know, it's like can't stop.
I'm special. The tribe's ready. I got the brother. You want schemes? I got schemes.
My influence is weak.
What do we unlock here? Ectoplasm. Passive ability, ghostly protection for rogue idols. Damn. Get a buff for our tier 5 unit. So the extra scrap can be used to get some money, maybe in between turns.
I'll crush them all!
Dogs will. This way? Get going!
I refuse your guidance.
You need me?
It's Fort Breakers is a province for us. So with Aldorf and Kronwy and the old time we got 4 victory settlements, so.
Skarsnik! Now they'll see.
Imagine playing a game in this day and age without going on the wiki. That'd be nice.
Orcs will. Just go. Away! Lots of plans. Kill 'em all! What?
Garrison is no fucking joke.
We're dead!
No one's strong.
Not sure why they expect anything else with this garrison.
You move. This is my land.
What?
Do what I says.
It looks like looks a little bit much for tier 3. It looks like tier 3. Might be tier 4.
Now's the time, yeah?
The council is disappointed.
Cook, send me to battle. You Cook. Find us a fight, yeah?
Fine.
They sell you out, we are fucking dead. So, we have to attack the city.
Killing time.
Those knights will be really hard to kill in the open field. We're gonna have to get max value from the goblin archers.
What?
Retreat and enforce, we cannot allow to use retreat this campaign. Remember, no retreat and auto-resolve.
Grundapulse, Warlord Eternal. Fatter than anyone.
Far beneath an archmage.
This should be so much money this turn. So much money.
Grundapulse.
Goblins! Gonna kill him! Let's scrap! Stickers ready!
What's this? Spirit Leech.
What you want? Nasty skulkers!
Large and in charge.
Summon! Let's do this! Running! If Gork wants it! Alter it! Shifting it! Running!
Fuck you!
Joggers out!
How many armies? I get 4.
Ronderport! Slaughtering time! Fish ones for more!
Let's fight! No, one thing! There! Moving fast!
This better work!
Running! Moving fast! Hungry! Gonna kill him! Youngling! Gonna kill him! Moving fast! Youngling!
Ready? Prepare that front! Right and ready!
Oi! Running!
Big boss! Time to get stabbing!
Scabbers! Ready!
These are so dead! Big boss!
Let's do this!
How did they drop order here? There's the guard mode.
Wagon crash!
Faster unit gets outmaneuvered by
The legend
a slower unit because of drop order.
really is better than dead!
Gonna kill Grom there with this archer, stop shooting. This one is just running and avoiding attacks left and right. Strafing and shit.
Yeah, what? I'll kill him! Big shopping!
Numbers ready! Run now!
Banging head! Even now! Made and great! Hey! Everything!
The drop order seems to be happening in the middle of the unit. 3 guys stay here and then 17 guys there. The chair makes a attack, finishes the last one, and then the middle of the unit transfers there and it's too far away. This is exactly how it happens. Because somehow these units can, you know, split their unit in 2. Because, you know, they're running so fucking fast and you're trying to sync to their speed. And then they're syncing to your speed because, you know, you're getting close. This shit happens. Having a faster unit doesn't really help that much in some situations against the AI, because, you know, they have special rules with clicking, running away and stuff like that. Much better loot is this, 3 lords killed. 5600. Ranks of captives capped to the army with 1 unit. That's bugged. And only works on the size of the main force on this thing here. The reinforcements don't count. So if you fight the 1 guy here and 10,000 in the other 3 armies, it's still gonna be 1 guy.
Ooh, yum yum!
Man, we're gonna get so much money from the High Elves.
I'll fix it. On it. The queen is strong this way.
Most astute.
Ronderport!
Yeah, we're giving Moratti a little bit gold every turn.
What is it you seek? I am most intrigued to hear. How wicked.
Gotta get power 50 now, though.
Morathi will hear your insignificant plight.
Joined 2 of her wars and is still not green on military axis, while we share border.
Approach, but know this. You are far from welcome here.
Ready to leave. I will profit from your stupidity in coming here today.
Not a single positive point there.
Cower before Chief Warlock Ikit.
I will strive to be courteous, but
What? Morathi will hear your insignificant plight. Such delights.
Very nice of all these high elves here. One turn, so many bells for Grom. And all these bells, all this money as well, and the experience for Skarsnik. I think their lord is worth more than the whole army in balance of power.
Please, gobbies! Goblins! Wah! Goblins! I'm the boss! With a troll hang! I'll buy ya! From the pole! Watch this, boys! I'm the boss! Get him! Goblins! The lads are ready! To the killer!
Just in the counter spearmen, we don't care about the rest.
Let's fight! Let's scrap! Gonna kill him! Ah! Ah! Gonna kill him! Stab him! Goblin! I'm the boss! My Trump's wheels! Stalin! I'm the boss! They come!
No, Vortex, we don't need Vortex, we have better battle line than them. Just debuff the damage and target the range. Lord. Vortex probably cause more damage than the enemy. What, Soul Blight not good enough with a Spirit Leech? Could have killed that low, would have got another 1500.
Their boss better cough up. Get moving. Faster!
We need still need Taskmaster on him. Yeah.
Drum the punch!
We don't see Port Elster right now. Still don't see it.
Big as an orc! Best I do it.
I think we just saw it with that last move.
Start the war. Get 'em.
Lots of battles this turn. And we get 4 armies battling on this turn. It's ridiculous. That's what would happen to other factions that had no supply lines. Grinskin just don't give a shit about this from the early stage because they get so much money from battles. You don't really want to have a high positive because the most income comes from battles, more armies, more money. More armies, even more money. More snowballing. Just gotta push the economy a bit. Beastman is causing plague here. There's a fast figure depletion. Is the Beastman Plague.
Find them and kill them! Yes! Dead! This fine! Forget! Not the grace! Now you'll die! Our chopper's out! On it!
This is the bugged animation.
Running! Fight! Go! Run, please! Find him and kill him! Running! Attack!
Most consistent is move, attack, move, attack, move, attack.
Go! Running! Go!
The pig knocks him down while he's doing attack animation.
Go!
Do they even know how this shit works in this game, really?
Go! Running!
If that happens, FJK just make a move in front of him and attack again in a succession. And again until you kill it. If you micro it, you can min-max the animation so they don't bug. They can easily get stuck in a attack animation for like 20 seconds. Happens a lot on the Ragnarok Spider and Rock Idol as well. Those guys don't make the ritual. Sometimes they just do it. I guess it's RNG.
Now's the time. Start the wall. Let's get stabbed. Yeah, I'm going.
And get killed here.
Bad plan. Kill them all!
We're waiting for the Skarsgård at the end of the turn because we get one more rank. One more rank. This used to be something before they upgraded this to 10% each. This one is tough. Gonna be deployment. We can't retreat, so we have to fight. If they sell it out, we are dead, guaranteed. We might have a chance in the settlement. Maybe the air fucks it up. Okay, we're gonna do a short break with this one, but we're gonna put prediction first. They have a very strong garrison. Our infantry is good, but there's so many of them. Without the magic assist, this is rough. The Graveguard are excellent at fighting our units. They all have anti-infantry. These are effective infantry killers. So, short break. I'll see you guys in like 10. We are back, boys. Sorry for the wait. I might need to cook food today myself, so I might gonna have to interrupt the stream in the middle. It's gonna be too late later. If I was watching somebody do this battle, I would have voted defeat. But you never know. The lightning strike, it's a pretty quick victory according to Auto Resolve. Could use this 5 units. This unit is too weakened to be reliable Razor Standard, so I'll put in a regular Goblin. What? Oh man. This is a tough one, but the AI can fuck it up. Yeah, I'm gonna cook some salmon and zucchini. It's gonna take at least 30 to 40 minutes cooking it.
Warlord of 8 pigs!
Zucchini is in America for eggplant. Eggplant is the purple one. Zucchini is the green one. You get cannons in those towers. Vegetables, are you okay? I have to have eat vegetables. They didn't have any broccoli or asparagus in the store. They only had zucchini. I love some broccoli. Nice, a little bit cooked and steamed. We go wide, we lose. We're gonna have to attack one side and hope for the best. I got tier 3 Empire towers here. What a chance we sneak into the center and capture the city. They could have Vargas and Knights up there. Those units might be AFK for the rest of the fight. Gal says, I just ordered 4 burgers for McDonald's. Should keep me until midnight. 4? Tell me they're just regular hamburgers. We don't have Five Guys here now. But I've seen the Five Guy cheeseburger. I watched some mukbangers on the YouTube.
Nasty scum! The lads are ready! Gonna kill 'em! We is better than them!
Oh, the McDonald's food is pretty addicting. You usually overeat.
Goblins!
You usually overeat whatever you eat there. Unless you just order just a salad.
What we doing? Nasty scoundrels!
I haven't had McDonald's in like or 3 weeks. We used to have it like every week at least. Once or twice. I've been on a diet for a week now. I'd go to McDonald's. You know, I was outside recently in the real world Fucking hell, it's crazy. There was 50 people lined to McDonald's in cold. 10 minutes outside, you're freezing. So there was like 50 people. It's like they were letting like 2 people at once into the restaurant to take the food. We order. So it also says I haven't had a McDonald's in months. I was hoping to get one towards the end of the year, but no. There's like the delivery it's just so busy. They closed like several streets. I'm on a diet trying to lose a little over 20 pounds. After that, might switch off keto to something else. Regular eating. I'm gonna take some damage here. The center is too deadly, we can't even consider that. Just gonna do a big attack here and hope for the archers to carry the fight. Those towers are no joke, these are Empire tier 3 towers. We'll have discussing tank a bit. Since I started keto, I'm literally not hungry at all. I haven't been hungry in a week. I just eat on time. Tells you how much calories I need for this lifestyle. Literally nothing. They're capturing the tower. We're losing the tower. This is gonna be tough here. There's a shitty deployment here, so we might be fine for the moment. Don't much have shit on ammo. Are you doing any workouts? Yeah. But my sleep schedule, it's kinda tough. A proper schedule could work, I think. have to be careful with ammo here, really. Just shoot the great swords for now. Take control of the wall and grind the rest of the infantry. And we'll try to pick the targets. They have 6 great swords in this fight. I think the knights will be fine with the skulkers. Skulkers haven't taken much damage. Yeah, we have to gather in most of the more important infantry here. Regeneration should win here in the long term, as long as we're a little bit careful.
Goblins, let's fight!
He's not a very good rank. I think he had just some skills for units. Those guys managed to kill a single troll, damn. Oh, that was range, okay, no, my bad. Scarsing on the quick horse. Send one infantry here as well. Goblin archers did hit better than I expected. It's a third war. Will I have gotten to large enough trolls and hit the creep horse? The knight's a little bit worrisome, especially because there are several here. They could totally push us if we don't get enough bodies down there. But we have to go down because they're gonna start sending stuff down. This is gonna be a little bit weird. Hopefully no bug fanatics here. Yeah, they're not bug very good damage. This is problem. This is problem when it gets casting there, they're gonna get routed. Nah, this is all gonna get killed if we don't get there soon.
Who we killing? Let's get him! Letting it! Let's scrap! Get going! Wait for more! Scabbard ready! Where's Gobos? Come on, lads!
Come on, boys, we have the buff soon. Oh boy.
Licking it! Nasty skulkers! Stabby time! Bloody right then! On it! Crooked move! 5! Gonna stop
This is
it.
bad. Gonna lose units.
Let's run! Ready!
Lost 1 unit.
I got me brother!
We'll clear this knight so we can help Skarsnik.
We ain't better than them! Stickers ready! The lads are ready! Fight for more! Let's get stabbing! Gonna kill him!
Need to clear this shit here so we can free them up.
Who we killing? Goblins!
Guys, I'm not gonna hold for long.
Let's grab! Goblins!
Anti-large. Getting up. Without the right damage, the knights are actually quite tough.
Ready? Yes!
Goblins are not really damage dealers.
Like it! Nasty skulkers! Ready to scrap! Let's get him! Yeah! Gobbler is hungry! Gotta kill him! I'll do it! Not easier! Moving fast!
Not that shit.
On it!
It's an anti-large buffer damage.
Fight for more! Skarsnik! Nasty skulkers! Running! Stab 'em up! I'll show 'em! This! This! Let's square! Warlord of 8 peaks! Moving fast! Gonna stab 'em! Ready! Doing it!
Ready your flash!
Get going! Ha-ha! Wah! Nasty skulkers! Ha-ha! Here's better than them! Gonna kill him! On it! I'll kill him all! Running! Stabbers ready! What we
I think we got armor losses. Okay. They didn't send a lot of flying units. They said flying units would have been fucked here. Holy shit, that would have been bad. Most of these units were routed the moment those flyers so they moved in. Well, this guy's taking massive damage. He did okay damage, nearly 12,000. Was it good as well? They sent Vargas and the bats would have been fucked here. Sometimes they do send this. We're gonna try to shoot more large units with the archers from the other side of the wall. We lost, I think, unit of goblins and a unit of Nessus Skulkers. We'll open a room for the squigs. I would have voted loss if I was watching somebody play this battle. Looks like the second goblin survived. This one got killed out. Rank 5 Nessus Skulker. Even Legend. I bet you my balls that he would never have an army like this. Probably had 8 goblin archers, at least. So that would be easy win. Kamler gives us 10 magic resistance for the whole army. And the Battle Legion is gone. We got another potion of toughness, it's great.
You want schemes? I got schemes. Supreme ruler of 8 peaks. Gobblers hungry.
It's just a chance if they're going to use those units at the center. Sometimes they use them, sometimes they don't.
What?
We are rank 5 now. And we have secured the cards' territories in this area.
Tremble before a car.
It's looking nice, right? It's the Northern Empire. Parts of the Wasteland. Let's see if we can handle Wulfric before they're starting another war. Again, the Northern Grey Mountains, Gisser, and Fort Begbers. This turn had a shit ton of battles. How much money did we get this turn? Post-battle loot nearly 16,000. Turn 38. Looting 20,000. Oh man, turn 38. Yeah, what's going on Ultuan? Yeah. We're finishing off Eltarion here, then we'll focus Eataine. But we kinda need the military access with her. She might not give it to us because she is way too high strong military.
Morathi will hear your insignificant plight.
Let's give her another gift.
How wicked.
I need military access to stabilize this. We get 50 great power penalty. It's pretty much what's preventing military access here right now. This and her military strength. Now that's how it works in turn-based games, Mir. You have lots of pieces to move, you can do a lot of things. Meaning you do a lot per turn, but turns take long. You should not really, consider, that you need to do turns fast. Turns can be very slow with lots of progress. Somebody can then do stuff in 670 turns, what somebody can do in 150 turns. Just because of the perception of the game. Or, they can be idle too. Or not, taking the initiative and stuff like this.
What do you want?
This is probably can do that also much faster as well. Wow, the Harbinger of Disaster is still in the game. Malagor. Okay, the economy is excellent, which means we can keep getting army number 4, which will be butter. And since we don't really have access to the Black Orcs, we'll get for now Goblin army with scrap, but we'll not get the Gobos. Who is the weakest beastman lord faction? Well, what's it called? The Slaughterhorn tribe is top tier. All the rest of them are, I feel like, equally strong. Since the Slaughterhorn tribe has unique mechanics, same like Grom has a unique mechanic, and the rest of them don't have anything. So they pretty much just get. They start with a big snowball. Grom and Taurox, while the other ones, you know, start with like a little bit snow. It's snowing, but it can't make snowballs yet. Okay, boys, we'll save it here. I'm gonna go make food, and when I get back in the second half of the stream, we'll play some Clan Skryre. We have another campaign progress. Let's see where we're at in the Clan Skryre campaign. This campaign will continue tomorrow. I'll see you guys in about like 1 hour, 10 minutes tops.
That gets dead.